First, I would like to say thank you to all of you because your attendance today. May I have questions? Have you how many of you have worked with us before? How many of you have tried Reyee product? Okay, so if you haven't tried Reyee before, so could you please go to Google Play or Apple Store and download the Reyee Cloud app. You just go to, I will show you. You can go to Google Play, for example, in here, and you can search Reyee Cloud, and then you can install it. So today we have a demo part. So when I demonstrate from my side, you can also experience from your side. And if you are already, if you already use Reyee, please check your version of your mobile app. Make sure it's in the version 3 or above. And now we can start the workshop. For people who haven't heard about Reyee, I would like to introduce a little bit about us. Reyee is a networking vendor, a China networking vendor established since 2000. So until now, we have 20 years of history, and currently we are having more than 250,000 partners on more than 50 countries around the world. And since last year, we were recognized by Gartner. Gartner is an American company majoring in testing and comparison between different vendors. And every year, Gartner release a Magic Quadrant, as you can see on the screen here. And Reyee appear on this quadrant as a niche player. And also, according to Gartner, we last year achieved that Reyee is one of top 5 vendor in terms of enterprise wireless LAN and switches. And one of our strengths is the Reyee Cloud solution. It's a cloud platform help you to manage all devices in your network, including access point, switch, and gateway. It's free with unlimited capacity. And in those method market, we are top 2 in enterprise wireless market and top 3 in Ethernet switch market. And Reyee has 6 R&D centers in 6 provinces in China, and 15% of reinvestment is for R&D. And I believe that not many vendors in the world have a strong R&D team like us. And this is the reason why we had a very high growth rate in international market. Last year witnessed that we had a 300% growing rate in international market. And this year we released a new sub-brand called Reyee. You see the blue logo at the bottom. With Reyee product, we target to SMB up to enterprise market. But with Reyee, we target to the lower market segment, like lower SMB, small and micro business, and even we have a SOHO. And Reyee is the abbreviation of redefine your easy network, because with this product we target to small SI and installer with who don't have high technical capability. And so with Reyee, the feature is very easy to use. Later of this workshop, I will demonstrate to you all the features can be configured via your mobile app. So that's why in the beginning of this workshop, I I ask you to download and install the Reyee Cloud app first. And actually, Reyee was born in 2014, and we had 7 successful years in China before bringing it to international market with 50% of compound average growth rate for 7 consecutive years. And now we have more than 200,000 installers are using Reyee products. And every day we had more than 3,000 projects added to Reyee Cloud. And before the workshop start, I play a video for you. Jack Yan. This is a story about Jack Yan. He's a small installer in China. Maybe I will play it again for you.
Network contractor, one-man business, busy. These are the key words of Jack's life. Since he started his business, he has been accustomed to turning on the computer 24 hours a day, answering every call as soon as possible, sleeping in the place where he works, and working where he lives. As a network contractor, Jack always wants to satisfy every customer. He completes all projects from installation and debugging, operation and maintenance, to post-sale services all on his own. But it does not always have positive feedback. Excessive busyness and exhaustion of energy have given him no time to meet new customers. He often asks himself how to change the current situation. Reject small customers and only work for large customers. Increase project fees. Recruit and increase manpower. Until one day, the Cloud Demo Kit entered his life. The biggest feature of the Cloud Demo Kit is the simplicity and ease of use. Even dummies can easily build a network on the mobile phone and also remotely maintain and manage it in the cloud. This feature solves Jack's big problem. After recommending and testing Reyee's solution among several indecisive customers, they commented that the experience was excellent and the application was very stable, which gave Jack huge confidence. In the pre-sales phase, he can easily create a VOM on the app according to the scenarios. During deployment, auto-networking can be achieved for Reyee wireless products, switches and gateways, and a topology can be automatically generated on the mobile app. In the post-sales phase, remote operation and maintenance can be performed via the mobile phone, thereby saving a lot of time. Reyee has truly reduced the costs and maximized the profits, offering Jack the best sales experience. Together with Reyee, Jack lights up hope with business performance and writes the future with achievements.
Okay, I think you already see the video, right? Now I come back to the slide. Actually, in the video, the story of Jack Yan is very popular in the market right now. One man do all. From the pre-sale, giving the consultant to customer, and then after he win a project, customer choose him, he must do implementation, and then also do the maintenance and operation for customer. So this is the first challenge that small company and small installer face in the market. And because of the first challenge lead to the second challenge, they can only do some small projects because of limited technical ability. And the small project cannot bring the high machine for them, so the income is not high, and the competitor in this market segment is also very fierce. And if they want to hire high level human like engineer with CCNA knowledge or like that, they must spend a lot of high cost for this kind of engineer. So it's like look in here, no money for the people with high knowledge, high technical ability, lead to the first limited human resource. Limited human resources, so cannot do big project, and of course low machine. So we bring Reyee here to break this loop, and we hope that Reyee can help you to solve the pain point of your business, your customer, and bring more value to you. So I think it's enough for talking, and now I go to the demonstration part. I will share my mobile phone screen. I hope that you already installed the Ruijie Cloud app. The icon will be like that. Here, the cloud, Ruijie Cloud. And after install, you can register an account. It's free. I log out. And when you access Ruijie Cloud, the UI will be like this. And you can click sign up here to register a new account. Just choose the country, enter an email, enter your company name in here, and they will send a notification email to you. And then you can successfully register a Ruijie Cloud account. Just a few minutes, and it's free. So don't worry, you can register it now, and we can experience the feature together. So I will log into my account to begin my demonstration part. Here is the okay. Here is the interface, the user interface of Ruijie Cloud. We have four pages: home page, product page, project space, and my space. In the home page, you can see some hot cases, video library, and here is the wow feature. What is wow feature? Those are the features that make Ruijie different from other vendor. We call it wow because when you try it, you have to say, oh wow, it's so cool. This is wow feature. And sometimes you want to try it, or you want to introduce this feature to your partner, to your customer, but you will not always have product with you, or you will not always have a demo project with you. So how you can introduce the feature? We build a simulation here. It's like a simulation. And for example, try project sharing here. You don't know what is project sharing, how to do it, or how to show it. You can try the simulation here. Click try project sharing, and just follow the simulation here. For example, I click next, click share, start, click copy, for example, or choose the permission here and click share. Then I can share via WeChat, Messenger, WhatsApp, for example. I choose WeChat and next. Yeah, this is the wow feature. I just had a quick demonstration for you. Later, you can try it by yourself in the wow feature here. But today, the tool I would like to introduce to all of you is the BOM builder. This is a BOM builder. This tool is used for the pre-sale phase because I wonder that you usually meet the customer in the coffee shop, right? Not always meet customer in the official meeting in the meeting room. Sometimes we have a dinner together or lunch together or just have a week meeting in some coffee shop. And then the idea comes. We have a sales clue, a project clue, a project opportunity, and your customer asks for a quick quotation. Okay, I have a hotel with 100 rooms. So how many AP I should use? How many switches? Can you estimate the price for me? And then you looking for a laptop to make it. Oh, wait me a moment, I open my laptop. Sometimes it's not convenient, right? So we integrate a POM builder here for you. Just open it. You can open it and select a scenario. We right here always make solution based on scenario. For example, you have a hotel project. Select, we have two options, Reyee POM or Enterprise POM. Today is a Reyee workshop, so I choose Reyee. And for example, this hotel has 30 rooms. Usually in this market segment, hotel size not so big, and maximum user I select 4 with no land port. Okay, lobby, for example, I have one lobby with 20 people and one restaurant with 50 people, for example, and no meeting room. I uncheck it. And then I click next and give it a name. For example, I choose hotel ABCDE and I click create. And then Reyee Cloud app will generate a quotation for me, how many devices I should use, what kind of devices, how many of them. And at the beginning is the highlight some feature. Okay, why you should choose me, why you should choose Reyee or Reyee to have you in this project. Yeah, for example, we support AC, best performance, cost effective, and you can share. You can select share to your partner via WeChat, WhatsApp, or you can export to an Excel file. Like this one. It's very quick, less than 1 minute to make a quotation. No need to open your laptop to make it. Very inconvenient. And a second tool that supports you in the pre-sale phase is a Poe Calculator. Because when, for example, I see in the chat box, many of you, this is the first time for many of you working with us. So you may not familiar with our products, right? Or sometimes you need to you confuse how to select a correct Poe switch. 10 AP and 10 camera, which Poe switch should I choose? It's a very common question. I receive this kind of question every day. Many people ask me, Poe, Poe plus, high Poe, what is the Poe budget of a switch? What switch should I choose? You have a lot of products that make me get confused. So why don't you use the Poe calculator in here? Click start and you just enter the number of devices that you have. For example, I have 10 AP 2200E and 5 other camera. 5 other camera. Each camera, for example, consume 7 watt. Confirm. Okay. So for example, I need a switch to connect 10 AP and 7 IP camera, and I click calculate. So it will give me some suggestion which devices should I choose. If I want to use unmanaged switch, for example, if I feel unmanaged switch is enough for me, I choose the first one, ES126. If I need some managed switch, with 1 gigabit uplink, I choose NPS 31. Or if I need 10 gigabit uplink, I choose NPS 32 here. Some suggestion for you. So that's the 2 tools that I hope can support you in the pre-sale phase. Now I will move to the second phase. You win a project, and now we move to implementation phase. But before I begin my demonstration about the implementation feature, I would like to show you the product that I have here. Okay, give me a moment. You can see we have 4 devices in here. This is the gateway. This is the gateway EG105 with one WAN port and 4 LAN port. This is a PV switch ES205. This series is built for CCTV project. And 2 AP. This one is the ceiling AP RAP2200E, and the small one, the cutest one, is the wall AP 1200F. So I will show you how to configure these devices. First, of course, we need to power them, right? Power and plug the cable. Internet connection go to the WAN port of EG105, and the LAN port connect to uplink port of the switch. You can see here, and the downlink port of the switch will connect to 2 AP here. So after I connect all of them, power and connect all of them, it will show me. It will broadcast a default asset ID. AT Reyee M4FC2, and then I connect to that default asset ID, and I open Reyee Cloud, and then I create a new project. For people on ready work with us, you may know that to add device to Reyee Cloud, we use scanning QR code or enter serial number. This is the legacy method with Reyee devices. But with Reyee, we have a second option to configure. It's a connect to Wi-Fi with Reyee AP. You can see the right one, the right option. So with Reyee, I will select connect to Wi-Fi. It's quite different. And then it tell me connect to this SSID. Okay, I already connect to it. So I click manage network. And boom, all devices go online on Reyee Cloud automatically. With legacy method, we have 4 devices. Here we have to scan the QR code 4 times. But now no need to. Even that way is very convenient. But with Reyee, it's much more easy, much more convenient. Just connect to default asset ID, and all devices go online on Reyee Cloud. No need to scan one by one. And then I click start config. I put a name, for example, Reyee demo. This is the management password of the devices. For example, I put ABCD 1, 2, 3, 4, and I select a scenario. In here, I recommend you to select the correct scenario because later we will have a feature called scenario-based configuration. So, for example, I choose office. Later, I will demonstrate what we will have in office scenario. Okay, next. And one port I choose DHCP. In case you use PPPoE, you can select here, enter username and password that ISP give you, or static AP. But in the left here, I use DHCP, and I click next. Okay, it will perform basic testing for me first. And then I select enter project. This is the asset ID that AP will broadcast. For example, I select demo and put the Wi-Fi password in here. For example, I choose 1 to 8, or if you don't want to use password, you click open. It depends on you, and click save. And we wait for a few seconds so the devices can download the configuration from the cloud. After it finished downloading the configuration, click OK, and you can see they already broadcast the Reyee demo asset ID. Now we can connect to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, connect. Okay, that's how we can configure Reyee devices. The concept is using Ruijie Cloud. Just like Reyee, if you already worked with us before, you can imagine how to work with how it works. Now it's quite different. No need to scan in the QR code, or just connect to the default asset ID, and then all devices go online on Ruijie Cloud. We call this feature is self-organized network, or SON in short. And the next feature is wait me a moment. When you connect to the Reyee, for example, a Reyee project here, you will be noticed 2 modes: on-site mode or cloud mode. On-site mode or cloud mode. Cloud means you are outside of this network. For example, this is your office and you go home, so you choose cloud. And on-site means you are in that place, your office, and you are actually standing in your office and connect to the asset ID of your office, so you choose on-site. With Reyee, some feature will available on cloud mode and some feature available on on-site mode. So, but don't worry. Just for your information, when you choose a feature, it will suggest you which mode you should use. For example, here I choose cloud mode. And you see the button called the topology here. This is the actual topology, mean real topology. Which it shows you which device connect to which device and using which port. For example, internet connect to the WAN port of ENG 105, and in real, it actually connect like this, and port 1 of the gateway connect to port 5 of the switch. And you can see in the photo, I rotate the mobile phone, and you can see in the real life, actually this is the port 1. Port 1 of gateway is connecting to port number 5 of the switch. So you can easily understand what's happening, what is your network connection. So in the past, without it, feature, we need a dedicated a file, right? A separated file, for example, maybe a visual file or a PDF file that keep our network connection, keep our network topology, and we need to update it every week. So it costs a lot of time, not convenient. Now we have real topology right in your hand. Just click it, click, and you can see immediately what's happening, what is your network connection. And like I mentioned, we have scenario-based configuration. And here, because I choose the office scenario, so now let's see what's happening in here. For example, I choose office config. I must choose configuration. Okay, so let's see. It asked me to connect to other network, but okay, so I use 4G to config. So here with the office scenario, this is the default SSID. For example, for staff, and we can isolate the Wi-Fi network with the wired network. You have a server in your LAN network, but you don't want user connect to that server. You can click isolate wireless LAN and wired network, or we can limit the speed of user, maximum download, maximum upload. For example, I choose 10. And advanced config mean we can create a separated VLAN for this network. For example, by default, it will use the VLAN 230 with the network segment 192.168.166. And then you can create a separated network for guests. For example, here you turn on guest network, put the SSID, for example, I choose guest without password, just delete it. And with guest password, we can set a bandwidth limitation. For example, speed, I choose here only 5. And also, it will create a different VLAN for guest network. VLAN 231, network segment 192.168.177. And the next one is VIP for the owner, for the boss, right? We want to guarantee a better performance for them. So for example, I have a Reyee VIP password is 6-8 times. And here for the boss, because it's the VIP, we don't limit, we guarantee. So I choose guarantee speed. Boss should have at least 10 megabits per second. This is at least the lowest bandwidth is 10 megabits per second. Not similar to guest. With guest, this is the maximum speed they can have. But with VIP, this is the lowest bandwidth they can have. So we can guarantee better performance, better speed for our owner, for the boss. Also, it creates a separated VLAN for them. VLAN 232 and network segment is 192.168.118a. So in summary, with office scenario, we can separate different network, different Wi-Fi network for different user. For example, staff have different Wi-Fi, different password, different limitation. Guest, separated network for guest. VIP, separated network for VIP, and guarantee speed. So just click next. And then skip this part because I don't have CCTV or other wire devices in my network. And then it's finished pushing configuration to the devices. So I will test, for example, here. Open Wi-Fi again. And then you can see we have Reyee demo, Reyee VIP, and Reyee guest. For example, I connect to Reyee guest. And check what is IP address is in different network segment 192.168.177. And I use this tool to test the speed. Here you can see the my speed is limited to less than 5 megabits per second. Although the ping and the jitter is very low, but the speed cannot go high because I am limited because I connect to a guest SSID. Okay, now I come back to Reyee Cloud. Before I demonstrate the next feature, I would like to ask you one question. After you finish the installation, how do you guarantee the performance of your implementation? Or how do you show your customer that, okay, I finished the implementation, please check? How do you make your customer believe in your implementation is good or not? Can you share some of your experience in the chat box? After you finish your implementation, how do you prove that, okay, I finished my implementation, it's good now, so please check? But how do you check it? As I know, with the project that I have chance to go, they usually go with my partner. They usually do like this. Okay, Mr. Customer, I finished installation, so you can check your network performance. If okay, please pay. So they ask, how can I know your implementation is good or not? And my partner take them, okay, go here. And then both of them go to, for example, to the open office area, and they test the network in that place. They open the speed test to test the bandwidth, open YouTube, open some website, and then go to another place and repeat that process again. Okay, and then after some testing in some locations like the open office, the meeting room, VIP room of process, okay, it's good now. Tomorrow I will pay, and then tomorrow customer don't pay because nothing proof. Okay, yesterday I test, but I was very busy. I forgot the performance. So could you document it for me? So my partner have to do it again and capture the screen and collect the image into the document file, a report. It's like a report, and send to customer. So it's very inconvenient and take a lot of time. Maybe they need to test 2 or 3 times, and every time must go on site, have an appointment with customer, bring customer, go with them. So why do we need to do why do we need to do that way? Cost a lot of time to have to generate a report. Now we have a feature called network test here. Okay, it's asked me to switch to apply mode. Now we do the same way. But instead of capturing the screen and collect photo and write a report, this app will do it for you. Now we click network test, and I choose start. And then, for example, I am sitting in the open office, and I click start test. in the real, I should sit in this location. For example, I am testing in open office. I should sit in open office and wait about 25 seconds. It can so it can perform some tests like a speed test, interference, and then I put a location name open office, and then I move to another location. For example, I move to the meeting room. I move my mobile phone a little bit. Okay, put here, for example. So I change my location, and in real life, I move to another location. For example, I want to test in a meeting room. In real life, I will go to the meeting room and I click start test here. And we wait for around 25 seconds again. Okay, I enter a location name, for example, meeting room. Okay. And then if I finish all locations, I can click view report. So the overall performance is excellent, including signal and in user experience. The topology, your open office, the network performance in open office, performance in meeting room. So you can share this report to your partner or your customer, so they can know your implementation is good or not. And then you can collect money from them. And also, when you hand over this network to the customer, they will wonder, oh, how many devices have been deployed? What is the serial number? What is the MAC address or the IP addresses of these devices? And so the same thing, the same story with network test. You have to collect one by one and make a document for your customer. And of course, the same solution with Reyee, we have a tool for you. This is a report. Switch mode. Every time if I choose incorrect mode, it will ask me to change to another mode. I click report, for example. Okay, it will collect information in the network and generate a report, a very professional report, including some basic configuration like VLAN, address pool, device list in here, how many switch you have, what is the model, IP address, MAC address, and the topology here, and also the detailed connection down here, and you can share to your partner, your customer. Even you can modify it, edit, and you can change the logo, title, or some other information in here. And the next feature is our difference. No other vendor have this feature. We call network sharing. That's why we call it the wow feature. You see why we put it in the wow feature here, try project sharing. It's in network sharing in here. So what can we do with network sharing and why we need it? For example, here, some of you are a new partner with us, right? And you don't have product, you don't have a project to experience. So Justin also mentioned, we can share to you. And this is how I can share to you. I click click share here and press star, and I can share with the privilege permission, read, write, or read only. Yeah, I can choose read, write, or read only. So for example, I choose read only. I can share directly with WeChat, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, or in your country you use another tool, another instant message app. For example, in Vietnam, we don't use WeChat much. We use Facebook Messenger instead. I can copy it. Okay, after I copy, I will have a text like this. Yes, I will have a text like this, like Justin have just put in the chat box. So we send this text to receiver. For example, Justin send this text to you. So what you can do, what the receivers can do, very easy. Just copy. I switch account first to demonstrate this. I need to switch account. I pretend to be receiver this time. Okay, I log into another account. Okay, so when I am a receiver, I just copy that code and then I open Reyee Cloud app. I can receive it in here. You can receive. I click OK, and I can receive it. You can go to the project, share project, and it appear in here. The same. You can see the same. This is one example with that we need project share in real life. Sometimes you need support from me or from the distributor, but in the traditional way. Oh, do you have ultra view? Can you team view to my computer to check? So I must arrange the time. You also need to arrange your time so we can match each other. You stay there, I stay here, I team view to your laptop and check the network situation, check your configuration. Now you can share the network to me. So I can actively check from my side without sharing team view session or sharing your admin account. It's safer and more convenient compared to the traditional way. And this is one of our difference compared to other vendor. No other vendor have this feature. And then if I want to cancel this sharing, okay, thank you so much. You already helped me to check my network configuration. Okay, thank you. But now I don't need your support and I don't want you to connect to my network anymore. I can go here and cancel this sharing session. Okay, that's it, done. So this is how network sharing can help you in collaboration with other party. Sometimes you need to share this network to your customer. Sometimes you need to share to your partner. Sometimes you need support from distributor, from vendor like us. And the next feature is very useful for CCTV project. We call long distance PoE. I think you may hear this feature before. Actually, some OEM switch vendor have this feature because in the CCTV network, we have some cases like we deploy camera on the street or in some factory. The distance from camera back to the street is very far, 150 meters, 200 meters. So normal LAN port, normal transmission cannot reach that distance, usually less than 100 meters. So what we do, no choice, we must use unstable DC adapter, or we buy another repeater in the middle of the transmission line, because in both ways it's increased cost and it's reduce the stability of your network. So that's why some vendor they offer you long distance transmission. And with the vendor, what you do there, as I know, there will be a button in the switch, and if you want to use this feature, you switch that button, you press that button, it will change to they call network extended mode, right? With that mode, network extended mode, you can reach the distance of more than 100 meter. For example, some vendor advertise they can reach 250 meter. And the cost is you must reduce the transmission speed to 10 megabit per second. You have a gigabit switch, and then you change the mode, and now the speed become 10 megabit per second. For example, your switch has 24 ports, but you only need 2 ports connect to camera in the far distance. But when you switch that into that mode, 24 port transfer to extended mode. Now you need only 2. You have 24. It's good or bad? It's not good, because now you have 22 unnecessary port with extended mode, and it can run in only 10 megabit per second speed. It's the disadvantages of this OEM vendor and in the traditional way. Now Reyee can have a similar feature, because we can transfer in the long distance. We select a switch here. Okay, let me use 4G. It's better because now we have Zoom meeting. It may affect a bandwidth connection, network connection. Okay, I try again with 4G. Okay, and here you can see the button called long distance transmission. Okay, this is the thing that we similar to other vendor. We have this feature in case you need, but the difference is now we can configure in per port. For example, you need only port number 1. Okay, you select port number 1 and click save. Okay. Okay, now port 1 transfer is put into long distance mode, and it can transfer data over 250 meter, depend on the quality of your cable. The speed is reduced to 10 megabit per second, but the rest 4 ports still normal, still working in normal mode. And for example, you can see here port number 2 100 megabit per second, or port number 5 1 gigabit per second. This is our difference compared to other vendor, and very easy to configure by using your mobile phone. Just click here, turn on or turn off, and save. That's it. Very easy to do, and only turn on some necessary port. No need to do on all the switch. And we have a demonstration video. Let me show you. will share. Okay, with this video, my college in Indonesia, they try using a cable with the distance of 180 meters to power an outdoor AP. So let's see how they do. The AP connect to port 7, so they will switch the port 7 into the long distance mode. The real video, let me show you the real video. One other video.
Kan kita itu kan Kemenkes juga nih ya, wifi yang di rumahan itu ya di kafe-kafe lah yang iya. Nah, kalau misalnya saya pakai model-model TP-Link kan saya mesti
Here, this is the cable that they use 180 meter to power this outdoor AP. Okay, now I come back. Share screen. Okay, I come back to my mobile phone and demonstrate the next feature. Now this is a 6 feature for implementation phase. The first one is self-organized network (SRM). We can connect to the default SSID and make all devices go online on Reyee Cloud. Oh, I nearly forgot. I had a very wonderful video to show you. In my network, my demo network, there's only 4 devices, so it may not impress you. But this video, we tested with 150 AP. So you can imagine how easy we can configure the network with SON. Okay, wait me a moment. I will share the video to you. Share screen. Demo. Okay. Okay, I hope that this video can impress you. 150 devices in just a few minutes. Okay, the next feature for installation phase is scenario-based configuration. We, for example, in this office scenario, we can have 3 SSID and 3 separated network for 3 kind of user. But now you don't need to configure much VLAN, trunking, DHCP pool. We just need to go here, follow the guidance, click next, and save. Next is the real topology. For real topology, real network connection, network test, and handover report after you finish the implementation, and network sharing in case you need to collaborate to other people. And the last one is the long distance PV for CCTV project. So the next phase of project is after sale, right? Post sale, maintenance and operation. So what can we do in here? The first thing is we need to label the port, because today you finish the project, you can remember, but you have a lot of project, and next week maybe you forgot which port is connected to which device. And though we have a real topology here, but for example, they connect to a printer, of course, printer cannot be recognized here. We can recognize camera. We can recognize camera and NVR. Sorry, I don't have here to show you, but we can. And but with printer, fax machine, photocopy machine, PC, laptop, we cannot recognize. So after 2-3 weeks, maybe you will forget it. And when we need to troubleshoot or we need to do something, we need to track, oh, which cable connect to this PC, which port connect to that printer. Very inconvenient, cost a lot of time. So we can label the port in here on the switch on the mobile app. For example, I open the switch, scrolling down, and you can see a small button called Set Connected Device. And then I can choose a logo. For example, port number 1, I connect to AP. Okay, AP. Port number 2, 1 and 2 connect to AP. Okay, save. And here it will show the logo. Okay, I looking at the devices. Okay, I know immediately port 1 connect to AP, port 2 connect to AP. And also I set, for example, port number 3, I set PC, save. Port number 4, I set printer, for example. So later when I looking at this list, I know immediately which port connect to PC, which port I should check. Also, you can click more here, and put some description, some memo. For example, connect to RIP2200E. Okay. Not allow me. Okay. E. Okay. Here you can see a small description below the name of the port. Interface 1 connect to RIP2200E, and the icon next to it. So this will help you to quickly identify the devices connect to which port. And in some case, you need to troubleshoot or tracking. You can see in here. And of course, if the port is connected to a PoE device, like port number 1 and port number 2, I connect to 2 AP. So I can reboot it. I can reboot it right here. I will try it. Okay, I will try reboot port number 1 for you to see how we can do. I click reboot. Okay, and I open the camera. You can see the LED indicator of the AP is turned off. Turn off here. And quickly it turn on and flash very quickly, indicating that it's a rebooting. So that's how we can, in real life, 70% of device failure, for example, camera failure, can be solved by simply reboot. So imagine that you send your engineer go 10 kilometers or even go to another city just to reboot the camera How do you feel? And how that engineer feel when travel across the city just to reboot one camera? I'm sure that they will not happy, and also you will not happy too. So why don't we try reboot remotely by mobile phone first? And it can help you to solve 70% of failure just in 5 seconds. One simple click like I had just do. And the next one is, I don't know whether you have it. You see, you face this issue or not. One simple block, for example, I just block the cable, just simply block the cable in, and the whole network gone down. Okay, I will demonstrate it. For example, I use one cable to connect port number 3 and number 4 of this switch. Actually, I am making a loop here. In real, you may not witness the symbol loop like this because no one make it. But in real life, it's more complicated compared to this example here. In real life, maybe the switch number 1 connect to switch number 2, switch number 2 connect to switch number 3, and switch number 3 connect back to switch number 1. The same thing happen. This is a loop because we make a circle connection in network. And here I make the most simple one for you. And let's see what is the consequence when we make a loop in our network. I cannot connect to that network again. Demo, or even VIP. It shows keep connecting, and I cannot connect to that network. Or I can simply set it, this network is corrupted, all network is down, just by a simple block. The small action, but the impact is very large. So how can we prevent it? In real life, it's very hard to find a loop to solve it. I just simple unblock. But in real life, when you have 10, 20 switches in your network, very hard to find a loop like this. So how can we prevent? Very easy. Just turn it off. Just turn it off. Turn loop prevention off. And then now let me make the loop again so you can see the difference between loop. Okay, I make the loop again. Okay, because the network, last time network going down, so it cannot apply the configuration. Let me try again. Okay, now it's okay. Let's check again. I plug the cable in again and okay. Okay, refresh it. Okay. Check.
Interface will be good the device. So
I think
it is already dead because you make the loop.
okay, it's work now. It's work now. Okay, so sorry about taking a long time because the last time the network is corrupted, so the switch cannot download the configuration. So one reminder that you should enable it when you finish the installation before other people had a chance to make loop in your network. And now you can see after I make a loop, I can use normally because port number 4 is marked as loop here, black and loop. Also in the main page, you can receive a network notification. Let you know which device is having loop and on which port, so you can quickly locate and solve the loop. But what happens if you don't want to solve? Nothing happened. It's okay because the port is already blocked and your network still working normally. Okay, I will try connect to the network again. For example, I choose Reyee demo here. Okay, successfully connect to Reyee demo, although there is a loop in my network. So that is how one simple click can help you to solve a big problem. And the final one, the final feature is okay, I think I must go back to the slide because I cannot don't have enough equipment to demonstrate it here. I will come back to the slide to show you the last feature. It's also very useful. Okay, so this is very common problem in SMB scenario. For example, you already deploy Wi-Fi in that office, but employee not certified. They think the signal is not good or the speed, because maybe we limit them, right? So the speed is very slow, and they bring their own device to the network, to your network, to office, to plug it in. And that device, that router AP may be a rogue DHCP server, and it will malform your network. It will corrupt your network because it's another DHCP server, and they can provide wrong IP address to some devices in the network. For example, you can see the photo on the left here. One day, suddenly some people cannot access the network, but some other people can access normally, and you find that okay, with the people can access normally, the IP address are correct, but for other people, IP address are not correct. Why? Because a rogue DHCP server is providing wrong IP address to them. So what we can do, we have to find the wrong DHCP server and remove it from our network. That we can do. But how can we find? The problem is, how can we find it? And we must to search, right? You go around your office, who is blocking another device to our network, and ask one by one, or look in finding. Small office, easy to find. Larger office, take longer time to find. And nothing prevent them to bring this block, the SCP server, go to your network again, right? So how we can do to prevent this? We have a feature called the Stb Snooping. With the Stb Snooping, we have one trusted DHCP server in your network. Maybe your gateway, your core switch, or your dedicated DHCP server. And we only trust that DHCP server. If other people bring a blocked DHCP server to your network, the switch can detect and can block that DHCP server. So you don't need to worry about this thing happen again. Also, just need to turn it on, and all the complaint, all your worry will disappear. And because I don't have a rock DHCP server here, so I will show a video for you. New share. Okay, this is how to configure the DHCP snooping on the mobile app. First, you need to turn it on, and if you turn it on, it can recognize which is the rock DHCP server. And then, for example, my college is demonstrating here, device, unnamed device have incorrect IP address, which means that we have 2 DHCP server in our network. And then we need to trust to tell the switch which DHCP server should we trust, and then it will accept IP from trusted DHCP server, and the packets from or IP address from the untrusted or the rock DHCP server will be blocked. So this is the feature that I hope can help you have your implementation and maintenance. So in summary, we have 15 features for 3 phases of a project. For pre-sale, we have POM builder and POE calculator. For installation, we have SON, scenario-based configuration, real topology, network test, handover report, network sharing, and long distance POE. For operation and maintenance, we have device marking, network inspection, network optimization, remote reboot helper, loop prevention, and DHCP snooping. And good news is all 15 features here can be configured via mobile phone. For some of you may know Reyee. With Reyee device, some feature we can configure on mobile, but some other feature like the captive portal or PPSK, we must go to website, right? But with Reyee, all features can be configured on mobile app. Very convenient, save a lot of time. And you can monitor or you can operate your network in your hand anytime, anywhere. So do you have any question about the feature before I move into another section? If you have question, please put in the chat box, and I will pause a little bit for Q&A. If you have any question, please put in the chat box. I will answer for you. Okay, if you don't have any question, I will move to another section. I hope that the feature may impress you and may useful to you. And now we already know how Reyee can do, right? Which feature Reyee can bring to you. Now we will see what devices, the hardware, what kind of hardware, what kind of devices Reyee can bring to you. Just like with Reyee, Reyee also has a full product line from access point to switches, router, and there is some new product line. The first is we have a cloud managed switch. This is for CCTV project with few features, but enough for CCTV project. The next is outdoor bridge, used for the point-to-point scenario. We have two EST product line and final is a home Wi-Fi RGEW for your home with support mesh. With the wireless family, we have indoor AP, wall plate AP, outdoor AP, and the new one, outdoor bridge. With indoor, we have two models, RAP2200E and RAP2200F. On the wireless product, include these two models. On wireless product, support AC Wave 2. Now we don't provide AP with ENG standard anymore. On AP now are AC Wave 2, support MU MIMO, and also support SLN and layer 3 roaming. With RAP220E and RAP220F, both of them have dual LAN port, two LAN port, and the difference is RAP2200E has 2 gigabit LAN port, means why 2200F has 2 fast Ethernet 100 megabit per second LAN port. And you may wonder about the performance of them, right? I will show you a video how to prove the performance of RAP2200. The first test is about, okay, may I show you the concurrent user, the capacity test first. New share. This one is a performance test with 100 concurrent clients connect to RAP2200E. This one can guarantee performance, good performance for 100 current client, mixed client, including mobile phone, IP camera, laptop. And the next video I would like to show you is around a comparison between Reyee and Unified. Let's see how it performs compared to Unify. So you can see the difference, right? RAP220E, the average score is much higher compared to ACLR in this test. And the final one is the roaming test. So let's see how it performs when you move from one AP to another AP. Here you can see Reyee can also do layer 3 roaming without any packet loss. So now you can freely moving around your office, around your hotel without any interruption. Okay, now I go back to the slide. The level compared to Unify RAP2200 may similar with ACLR and AC Lite. And the next one is the warm AP. We also have two models, RAP1200F and 1200P. With F means fast Ethernet. It has one uplink and one extended port. Both of them are 100 megabit per second speed. The bigger one, RAP1200P, has one uplink and 4 extended port, and all of them are gigabit port. And the port number 1 here is quite blurred. Let me change that. The port 1 here support PoE out. So in some hotel scenario, we can use this port to connect to an IP phone, and it can provide power for that IP phone. It's similar with UAP IW and EAP 235 volt of TP-Link. And with outdoor, we have one model, EAP 602, and this is built-in omnidirectional antenna, and radius is 300 meters on 5 GHz band. And the new one, the new product line is wireless bridge EST310, and we have another model, EST35 model. 1 mean maximum distance is 1 kilometer, and 5 mean maximum distance is 5 kilometer. And it's operating in the 5 GHz band. Throughput can reach up to 867 megabit per second, and also can be configured on Ruijie Cloud app, just like what we have done before. With the gateway, now we have smaller model. EG1 means support 100 user, and EG2 means support 200 user. And we have the PoE model, non-PoE model and also wireless model. The difference is this gateway can operate in AC mode, which means that it can act as a controller. It can manage the switch and AP. You may wonder why we already has Reyee Cloud. But why we also need this gateway as a controller? Because sometimes you deploy in a new project and internet connection might not be rich. For example, new hotel, they are building and you bring the product to deploy, but the owner haven't had internet connection yet. So how can we add them to Reyee Cloud and configure them, right? So in such cases, we need a controller, an on-premise controller, and luckily we have Reyee EG, and we can configure on Reyee EG. So later when the owner has internet connection, we can add all of them to Reyee Cloud later. This is the switch. We have more model and more cost-effective model for Reyee, and many a feature we provide for the switches. We have 3 series ES200 for a CCTV project. NBS 3K is layer 2 managed switch, and NBS 5K is layer 2 plus. I will start one by one. For CCTV project, I propose using the ES200 because they don't have many features, so the cost will be cheaper compared to other switch. But the feature is enough for them, enough for the project, like the long distance transmission, remote reboot helper, camera recognition. And we have 5-port PoE, 9-port PoE. With 16 port, we have 2 options, PoE and non-PoE. Also 24-port PoE and 24-port non-PoE. With the NBS 3K, this is layer 2 switch, similar to 1920. But we have two options. 31 means 1 megabit per second uplink, and 32 means 10 gig uplink. And now we have a fiber switch. The top one is fiber switch 24 SFB. Before, when we need fiber switch, we must choose 5750, a layer 3 core with many advanced features, and the cost is very high. Now we can have the fiber switch in the Sept layer 2 switch. Similar is NPS 5K. Also 51 is 1 gigabit uplink, and 52 is 10 gig uplink. And also we have the fiber switch. And on Reyee products are 3-year warranty, just like right here, except NBS 3K and NBS 5K. This model, this series have 5 years of warranty. And a lot of configuration can be done via Reyee Cloud app, like VLAN configuration, camera recognition. We can display the camera in the topology, also the NVR. Here the NPS 31 is 5 year warranty, better performance, longer warranty, better support, but the cost is more cost effective compared to other competitor. And this is unmanaged switch family. We already have ES100, 109 9-port PoE, 126 24-port PoE, and 2126 LP, 24-port low PoE. And now we have more options for you. 5-port gigabit and 5-port 100 megabit, also plastic case and metal case. and compared to Reyee Enterprise, Reyee is very similar, a lot of feature, but now Reyee target to the micro market and Soho. So the feature is very basic. We call it enough feature and enough performance, and so we can cut some cost to fit with the requirement of the micro market in here. For all the features like mobile app, pre-sale tool, or the capacity of Reyee Cloud, is similar with Reyee. So that's it. It's the end of my presentation. Some wonderful feature that I bring to you today. Do you have any question for me? You can put your question in the chat box and I will answer you. Okay, if you don't have any concern or questions, I think we can stop the workshop today here. Thank you so much for your time, spending around 2 hours with us. And I hope that we can have a chance to cooperate after this workshop. Hope that Reyee product and feature can useful for you and bring more value to you. If you already register via the Zoom link, I have your email, and after this workshop, I will send the document to your email. If you haven't registered, please type your email in the chat box here.
Okay, thank you so much for your time today, for all the partners and friends. So we may see you next time. Bye-bye.